From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, November 26, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.04 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,288 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 3.8 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $8,868. Antiwar.com reports Egyptian warplanes were reported overhead in the northern Sinai Peninsula on Friday evening after a major terrorist attack earlier in that day that killed nearly 300 people. Airstrikes were claimed in the surrounding area, but details on casualties are unclear. Junta leader Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has promised to respond with brutal force to the attacks, saying the military would avenge the deaths. Army officials claim that strikes were carried out against terrorist locations nearby. Such claims must always be taken with a grain of salt, however, as Egypt tends to respond to Sinai attacks with quick and large airstrikes, but it's never exactly clear how they've determined who they're attacking was involved. If Egypt has a plethora of known terrorist sites all over Sinai, for instance, it's unclear why they're only attacking in retaliation for specific terrorist acts. Moreover, if such huge numbers of terrorists are really being hit all the time in such retaliatory strikes, it's hard to believe that the Islamic State faction in Sinai would be such a powerful force as they are.
For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
UPI reports Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed legislation allowing his government to classify media outlets in the country as foreign agents. The law came in response to the U.S. Department of Justice requiring RT, the state-owned TV network of Russia, to register as a foreign agent under the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Earlier this month, Putin called it an attack on freedom of speech, according to state-owned Sputnik. Putin signed the new law after the Federation Council, the upper chamber of parliament, passed it 154-0 on Wednesday. On November 15th, members of the State Duma approved the bill. The law was published on Russia's official legal information internet portal on Saturday. Immediately, the Justice Ministry sent notices to several Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty news services, as well as Voice of America and CNN. The letters did not spell out potential restrictions, but Sputnik reported that classified media outlets will have to publish a notice that their materials are provided by a foreign agent, report on their activities, submit information about the composition of their management, and provide expense reports. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty President Thomas Kent said, "We cannot speculate at this time on the effect of the new law since no news organization has yet been specifically named as a foreign agent, and the restrictions to be imposed on such agents have not been announced. We remain committed to continuing our journalistic work in the interest of providing accurate and objective news to our Russian-speaking audiences." Earlier this month, Radio Free Europe said the situation regarding Russian media in the U.S. and the U.S. media in Russia remain vastly unequal, saying RT and Sputnik distribute freely in the United States, whereas Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty has lost its broadcast affiliates in Russia due to administrative pressure and has no access to cable. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty reporters are reportedly subject to harassment and even physical attack in Russia. U.S. intelligence agencies in January determined that RT and Russia's Sputnik news agency spread disinformation during the 2016 U.S. presidential election campaign. Last week, the executive chairman of Alphabet, the parent company of Google, said the online search giant will make news articles from Russian-funded news sites difficult to find on their platform. On Wednesday, Facebook announced it will introduce a new tool to show users any pages they've followed that are linked to Russian propaganda. In October, Twitter said it would no longer be accepting advertisement from Sputnik or RT. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said in September, "When it comes down to a fight with no rules, when the law is twisted and turned into an instrument for the destruction of a TV company, every step against a Russian media outlet will be met with a corresponding response."
You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com.
This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.